Now, I know you've seen other consultants on my team and their interviews with me showing how crazy they were able to go while working with me in my one-on-one mentorship and what it's like to be able to make an income with dropshipping and having the opportunity to teach others how to do the same thing. Well, in this video, I'm back with another one of my lead consultants, Trey Vinson. I will be taking you through an entire case study on one of his stores and talking about his overall journey in being an e-commerce entrepreneur and having the opportunity to teach others how to do the same. We're gonna be going over how he generated $59,000 in 30 days on just one of his stores. But we won't leave it there. We know revenue is fun to look at, but more importantly, we'll be going over how he was able to make almost $9,000 in profit while running the store in just 30 days. I'll be talking to him about what it's like with being one of my star students in my one-on-one mentorship and now one of my head consultants, the things that he's learned managing cash flows while running a successful, profitable online business. We're going to be covering absolutely everything, guys, so make sure you go ahead and strap in, grab a pen, grab a paper, because the value and knowledge in this video and in this case study is going to be limitless. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is AC Hampton and I'm the founder and owner of Supreme Ecom, where we help people test, build, and scale up profitable e-commerce dropshipping stores and e-commerce brands. This interview will be absolutely limitless on value, so make sure you stay tuned to see how you can start hitting numbers like this one on your own e-commerce store. As you guys know, we give out a free consulting call every single week, and the winner of last week will be announced somewhere inside this video. For the opportunity to win this week, all you have to do is 3 simple things. The first thing you must do is in the comment section below, comment the word Supreme Ecom and what your goal is for 2022. The second thing you must do is follow us on our Instagrams at AC_Hampton as well as Supreme_Ecom. And the third thing you must do is smash that like button below and subscribe to our channel, as we have never missed a single week on this platform. Now, my mentorship is filling up, but I'm opening up 10 more spots for this month for 10 people who are ready to experience what it's like to make money online passively through e-commerce. If this sounds like something that you want to be doing, make sure you go ahead and head to my Instagram at AC_Hampton and DM me the word mentorship so I can reach out to see if you'd be a good fit for the limited spots available in my one-on-one mentorship. Helping you all on a day-to-day basis and celebrating your milestones is what we love doing every day. So without further ado, let's get into this case study and a story of one of my lead consultants here at Supreme Ecom. What's going on, Supreme family? I got one of my head consultants and one of my star students here, Trey Vinson. Trey, how's your day going, my boy? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? Trey Vinson here. I'm doing great. It's a Friday night. Definitely, ready to go ahead and run it up, man. So what's up? How you been?
Hey, I've been good, man. Happy that you're here. Happy that we get to continue to keep taking action together and show off exactly what we do here at Supreme Ecom. All right, so the first question I got for you is, when and why did you join my one-on-one mentorship?
I actually joined the mentorship about a year ago, roughly, almost, this time, essentially in January. The reason why I joined, essentially, I just want to kind of, create more income, on my end, and then definitely, it was definitely inspiring to see your YouTube videos. Like, this COVID time, so like, I wanted to build more income, so and I was just at home, and so just seeing your YouTubes and then, definitely inspired me to kind of join in with the ecom.
Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. So right now, go ahead and run me through what this income is for you with dropshipping and what you're currently doing and what your role is.
At first it was definitely a secondary, but then essentially like when I just kept being consistent, it definitely turned into a primary income for me. So one of my goals essentially is just kind of actually have a huge brand to where everyone knows my brand. Essentially I've done some numbers, but I want to kind of be, having fulfillments everywhere. So that's one of my main goals, as far as with dropshipping. But now it's definitely my primary, my secondary at first, but now it's my primary, you know what I'm saying? So
Hey, love to see it, man. Love to see it. So whenever you were looking for a mentorship, or I don't even know if maybe you were looking for one, but I know you just said during COVID time you were watching YouTube videos. So what made you actually want to join mine specifically over anybody else's?
I mean, definitely just how you kept it real. I mean, definitely, you're close. I mean, I was actually in Texas at the time. So, I saw you're in Dallas, Texas, which is kind of pretty close. I was about, an hour away. So I was like, he's close. and just how you're showing like your real results. Essentially, a lot of people actually will show some results, but they don't show exactly how they got it, and you're showing both how you get it and the results you were getting from the method that you were telling us. So I definitely did kind of did a connection there. And it definitely just how young you were, and essentially it's just inspiring. Like, hey, we're kind of close, the same age. I could do the same thing that you're doing in a way. So that definitely inspired me a lot too.
Love that, man. I love that. So, what was your main incentive to join? Like that day that you ended up pulling the trigger, you joined the one-on-one mentorship. What do you think that main incentive was, or what made you actually pull the trigger?
I was just tired from what I was doing currently as far as job wise. Essentially, I was just like, you know what, you talk about the Wi-Fi bread. I could just easily make more money, just being from the Wi-Fi than actually, going into, what I was doing at UPS. So essentially, I was like, you know what, it's time to take over, create that generational wealth, and kind of actually make a future for myself.
Love that, man. Love that. So, what were you doing before? You said you were working at UPS. So, what were you actually doing there?
I was just doing some logistics. I was being an assistant manager, and I was just handling like shipments, kind of currently making sure the packages received to the customer, and just making sure like how many packages were sent out as they're, getting to the destination and stuff like that. But it was pretty, actually pretty cool, but it was just still like tiring, I just
Definitely.
wanted that sitting at home, so.
No, definitely. So, were you doing drop shipping at the same time of you working at UPS when you first started off?
Yes, I was like literally. I would go ahead and come from 9 o'clock, and then I would go to like in at 6, and then right away, right after, I would go ahead on my store, building a product page, and then essentially just starting, how to research products, and then that definitely helped me out. That was the starting point for me. So I
Love
was
that.
on it, man. It took me like 6 to 9, and then I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and spend another 3 hours. So I was up at midnight, then I was like, wait a minute, this is addicting. Let me go and spend another hour. So I was spending hours and hours to be able to go ahead and do some product research and build on the store.
I mean, the hours that you put in are definitely what paid off, and I'm excited to go ahead and show those results soon. So, if you like weren't doing drop shipping, or let's say that this is something that you just didn't go through with, what do you think you'd actually be doing right now?
I mean, something was as far as like financial, like maybe in the bank or something like that. Just kind of getting like a real, kind of corporate job. I think that was the direction that I was probably going to be heading into. But essentially, like, I was like, let me create something for myself and kind of be ahead and be that, that boss that you're always wanting to be, create that generational wealth and, making sure those numbers come to me. Like you said, numbers don't lie. Women lie, men lie, but numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of one that I wanted to express to myself and then show my friends and family like this is possible, at a young age. So
Hey, man, that's awesome. If you guys don't know, Trey used to actually be a student athlete at the same time. So, from coming up and learning how to be a student athlete to looking for a job and knowing how he could be his own boss, it was not easy along the way. And just seeing the growth that you've had and, where you've came from and where you're currently at now, it just shows what effort and consistency can actually really do for you. All right. So, whenever you were first starting job shipping, I know you said you were getting off at like 6 p.m. at night. You were working all the way till midnight. You're putting all this hours into it. You eventually joined my one-on-one mentorship. When did you start knowing things were going in the right direction for you?
Essentially when I actually started, creating my ads managers and like actually running like my cold audience and like right off the first day I was seeing, me spending the lowest and then actually getting back, as far as purchases, I was spending like $5 on one ad set and I'll get back a purchase of maybe $15. It wasn't much, but like I felt like there was something that I can go ahead and be able to scale it. And that definitely helped me a lot. But the thing is, like, one of the mistakes I made was, when my campaign started dropping off, like, how to fix that. And then definitely that's why I reached out to you guys. I was like, wait a minute, how am I able to go ahead and help my conversion rate to be increased? Because it started dropping. It was definitely like, 3%, but it started dropping below. I know you guys said like 2.5%, and it was like 1%. So essentially, like, I needed help in that realm. Which definitely, say restructure the product page, definitely helped me out. Maybe different ad copy, and essentially different thumbnails and creatives definitely helped my campaign to actually be increased a lot. So
I love
that
that,
definitely.
man. I love that. It's a little bit of sauce. So, were you actually getting sales before you joined the mentorship, and that's when it blew up, or were you kind of just playing around and then you found your sales and you found your winning product in?
Nah, I wasn't doing anything. I was just kind of playing around. Like I said, I'll just get maybe like one or two here and there. But then like I was like, wait a minute, how do I actually get like that consistent 10, like the 20, the 30 a day, in a way. So I really wasn't getting anything that much, but I'll get, something, but not like supreme econ worthy, so No,
Hey,
that's
them
what I'm
Supreme
saying.
Ecom worthy results are coming real quick. So we can always talk about it. We can always say everything and vocalize how much successful we have. But we all know, like Trey said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So I'm gonna allow you to go ahead and share your screen and let's go ahead and check out the results that you're currently working with.
Man, I don't know if they ready for this. Hold on, let me share my screen real quick.
All right, my boy. So run me through what is going on here. So I know you've been drop shipping a while, but obviously we always want to see results and things that are currently working in the market for you today. So I know that you were currently running and scaling up a product within this last month. Run me through what was going on here and kind of what you were doing.
Yeah, so just kind of give you guys a rundown. This is like December 20th, as you can go ahead and see. And then right here, as you can go ahead and see like increase every single day from the 20th all the way to the 31st. And like it just kind of had a huge spike on that, time frame of December 30th right there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and kind of show you like the next month as well, starting with January 1st. So from that 10K to now it's at roughly almost 50K, just like right there. Store sessions 32 thousand right there. So as you can go ahead and see, I had a lot of store sessions within that time frame, and then within that 30-day mark, boom, almost 60K sales within roughly about 30 days. So from December 20th to January 20th right here, I had about 60K in sales right there. As you go ahead and see, that huge spike, coming from November, December. But then it kind of did a little drop off. But that does not mean still like I was not, be able to take sales, because this is the most I've actually kind of done before even, starting off. Like, when I was starting off, like I said, I was getting one or two, but now I'm getting 60K in roughly about 30 days, as you can go ahead and see.
Yeah, and I
And
mean,
then
even in that bottom right corner, you can see it says over 1,000 orders. So even just then, you hit around 1,000 orders, a 2.75 conversion rate, and an average order value of $54. So that is honestly really cool to see and see the metrics that you're working with. Run me through this $54 average order value. So a lot of people say, to be successful in drop shipping, you have to be selling like a $200, $300 product just to see profit. I know we're going to check out profit here in a second, but what was it like selling a product that was just on an average, selling price of $50?
I mean, that was pretty cool, to be honest with you. Like you said, I thought you had to sell like $200, $300 to actually get that, money back, to get that like 60K in sales. But all I had to do was $54. Like it's $54 price. Ran it, boom, people were actually buying my bundle too as well. So I was able to go ahead and actually get more than just $50 as far as my orders, my one click upsell. But my $54 average order value did wonders for me. I don't have to sell $200, I don't have to sell $300 to get that 60K in 30 days. $54 baseline right there. It was crazy. You know what I'm
Hey, I
saying?
love
So
that, man. I love that. Well, I appreciate you showing the results. We hit around 60K in revenue in around 30 days. But we do know revenue does not mean much if you cannot show profit. So let's go ahead and check out the profit that you were working with.
all right, so you can go ahead and see this is my order metrics. As you can go ahead and see my revenue, about 59,000. Cost of goods about 19,000. I did have a little bit of ad spend of 25,000, but that does not mean I didn't get any profit. As you can go ahead and see right here, my net profit was about 8,767. Essentially that was actually my net profit, how much I actually made from this particular general store. Like I said, the general stores are doing wonders. Think of Amazon, think of Walmart. My general store was able to have me have 8,767 in net profit off of spending about 25,000 in my ad spend, and essentially my cost of goods being roughly a total of 19,000, and my revenue was 60K in sales.
And mind
So
you, like with this 25,000, 26,000, is this something that you just magically pulled out of your pocket, or are you just reinvesting profits every single night?
I was reinvesting like every single time I would go ahead and get a profit. I would go ahead and put that more into my ad spend as far as like maybe scaling more ad sets, because that allowed me to go ahead and bring more purchases, which means more profit back to me. You know what I'm saying? So I was reinventing the wheel. I would just go ahead and reinvest in every single penny that I was able to obtain every single time.
Hey man,
So
that's awesome. That's awesome. And it just shows what you can do when you invest in people who are doing exactly what you want to do in this world. So with this store, what do you think was the biggest learning lesson from this experience?
One of the biggest learning lessons is actually selling the same product the next year that did well last year. Just kind of utilizing like Google Trends to be able to see the history of the product, if it sold well last year, which date and like how long it sold well last year, to go ahead and sell the same exact, date just the next year. So that's definitely one thing that I definitely learned, and then kind of like what you taught me being, the mentorship is actually don't reinvent the wheel. If it worked last year, it's gonna go ahead and work again the next year. So that's something that I definitely learned, and was my biggest thing that I took away from the mentorship for sure.
I appreciate that love. I appreciate that honesty. If anyone is watching, you should definitely be taking away some of the things that Trey was saying. Trey, you can go ahead and stop sharing your screen now, and I'm gonna go ahead and ask you a last minute couple questions. All right, so I know you've been having some great success with dropshipping. So how does it feel to have the success that you've been having and now being able to teach others how to do the exact same thing?
Oh man, that's definitely like the most, promising thing for me, is essentially showing the results and then essentially be able to go ahead and like actually tell people how I got those results and help them, apply that to their own store. And then essentially when they start, achieving those results, that's the best feeling, making sure that everyone eats in this world, not just me, not just you, but everyone eats in the world, and that everyone has a chance to eat. So just inspiring them, and that definitely is the one thing that I love beyond being a mentor now for sure.
So I definitely understand exactly what you're saying. The opportunity to help people learn the same traits that we're learning, the same traits that we're applying to ourselves, and being able to allow everybody to eat. So I definitely resonate a lot with that statement. And I just want to say that's one of our main focuses here at Supreme Ecom. Also at Supreme Ecom, you've been a part of the experience with helping over 77 people last year alone quit their 9 to 5 and go all in with dropshipping. What does that mean to you, and how does that make you feel?
Man, that really excites me the most, to like help people quit their 9 to 5 and make sure they're able to go ahead and create their generational wealth. Because I know a lot of people in this world need, to provide their families and then kind of do what they have to do, especially during the COVID time. Essentially it's a hard time and inflation right now. So essentially for them to be able to actually provide their family, that's something that actually brings joy to my everyday life. And essentially I'm able to go to sleep just because I know I'm helping others achieve their goals within this business. So
hey, nothing feels better than helping other people achieve the goals that they're looking for and that they strive for every single day. So my question for you is, we all know that we love to push other people for their goals, but what are some goals that you have for the rest of the year?
Yeah, so one of my biggest goals for the rest of the year is actually taking from 77 people to helping them quit 177 people to quit their 9 to 5 this year. So that's one of my biggest goals, and also be able to keep scaling my general store. That's really what I want to do, and actually transition to actually becoming a brand with that general store. But the main goal is obviously helping people. I've helped 77 this year. I'm going to help 177. Continue to inspire others. Especially with our background, essentially, with this, this world, that anyone can do it, as long as they put in the hard work, consistency, and then be able to achieve the results that they want to
And I
achieve.
like exactly what you just said. You said it has to have hard work, consistency. And that goes exactly to my next question, which is, who do you think would do really well in this one-on-one mentorship, and who do you think would struggle?
People that hard work, consistency, and then obviously too as well having a strong mind. Sometimes you got to realize this is a business and it might be roadblocks, but as long as you're having a strong mind, staying on consistent, staying on a source, and also applying the knowledge that you're learning. I mean, that's essentially you're able to go ahead and go crazy. And then the people that are gonna fail is if they do one time and then quit. If you just quit right away, then you're not going to be successful, because you got to realize you're going to be successful. You keep trying over and over and over. Just like Michael Jordan, he got quit from the basketball team, but that did not stop him to be able to be an NBA star, just like that. So,
yeah, man, I love it. Well, Trey, I just want to say I appreciate your time. If any of you guys are watching, take notes, watch and listen to what he's saying. This is a 6-figure mentor here at Supreme Ecom, and the head consultant here, teaching people every single day how to better their own lives and give themselves the opportunity to create this generational wealth. Trey, I appreciate you, and I'll be talking to you soon.
sir, thank you.
Hey, that video was absolutely crazy, wasn't it? Celebrating the success of our students is amazing, but so is celebrating the success of the people that I'm around on a day-to-day basis. This is why I always say it is so important to invest in people who are doing exactly what you want to be doing in this world. Not only are we teaching you all on a day-to-day basis what strategies you can be using to get a head start with the growth with your e-commerce business and do it successfully, but we're also implementing these exact same results and these strategies here at Supreme Ecom, as you can see in Trey's results. We want to see every single one of you win, and we know that the only way we're able to do that is by doing it with you. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and we're able to get some insight on some strategies that you can implement on your own store. And I want to be able to feature you next. So if you have any questions at all or you're feeling stuck, you can also go to my Instagram at AC_Hampton and DM me the word YouTube so I can give you a solution to every single problem or question that you have. But before I leave you all to it, do not think that I forgot about the free consulting call winner from last week's video. The free consulting call winner from last week's video is Stephanie De Leroy. Stephanie, congratulations on winning. Go ahead and reach out to me on my Instagram at AC_Hampton. Let me know that you won. We can hop on a one-on-one Zoom call, look over your products, do some product research, look over your ads, and get you in the best possible position with your e-commerce career all 2022. Now, to win a free consulting call next week, all you have to do is the 3 requirements that I mentioned at the very beginning of this video. I can't wait to continue to create this generational wealth with each and every single one of you, and I hope to be able to feature you next. This is AC with Supreme Ecom, and I'm out.
They gon' want a piece when you got it like that. Like Jake said, we gon' spend it, get it right back. Stack that internet money till the site crash.